super blinded and stuff. How you been, dude?
Good, man. How about you?
Um, just, hanging on, I guess, just chilling, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been stuck indoors, but I guess thankfully since I like left my job at the start of this year, yeah, it was like perfect time.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool. Perfect.
yeah. How's everything been with or Bridget right now?
She is in Cleveland visiting her family right now. Uh,
Oh, did she drive or she
her,
flew?
she drove. She
Okay.
she rented she rented a car and drove out there.
Hmm.
She recently just I think her brother and sister had another baby, so
Oh,
she's
right
out
on.
there for
Congratulations.
nephew. Yeah, nephew. Pancake.
Right on. Oh, so we got everybody filtering in. This is dope. Hey, Pancake, what's good? Dude, this guy is awesome. How old is Pancake now?
She's like 8.
8?
Yeah, we think so. We haven't counted her ring.
Oh, Kevin counted the ring. Yeah, Kuma
Hey,
guys are somewhere
what's
around here too.
so funny when one person is home, whether it be me or Bridget, if there's any kind of sound otherwise, she freaks out.
Oh, interesting. So she's
But
freaking out because
well,
she hears me.
she's not freaking. It's like every little sound, she's like ah. But if it's fine, nothing can go wrong.
We're chilling. We're chilling.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, everybody. So
How's,
it looks like we got a
how's
lot of people in the chat now. So basically what we're doing is me and SBMitch, the homie, we're doing like this live stream thing because YouTube has like this new thing called YouTube Studio going on or Google Studio. And it allows us to basically make like a Zoom kind of like thing where you guys can see both of us chatting at the same time. This is the first time I'm using it, so I don't know if the quality is good or anything like, it's off or whatever, but yeah, this is what we're doing. So you guys can come hang out with us if you guys have questions or anything. Just put it in the chat. But yeah, let's. Basically, me and Mitch are just catching up. I haven't talked to Mitch in like kind of a while, and we haven't seen each other
months?
in probably longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the last time you
So
visited Hawaii? That was in 2017.
Hawaii was 2 years ago, last February. So like 2.5 years, right?
2018.
Because
2018.
I was still living in Portland.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But I mean, the last time I actually saw you though was at ComplexCon, which was sooner.
Oh, that's right. That was the summer after that,
Okay, so
right? Yeah,
when?
because I was in Philly, so it was still 20. Was it?
Mm.
I don't even know. I know. I know. I left my Complex Con ticket in Philadelphia, which was cool.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
and
And you
luckily
had to
they're
try to
like,
figure out.
you're fine. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, man. Complex Con has been interesting. Did you guys you guys didn't go to the one that was in was it in Cleveland or Philly? Somewhere over there?
There was one in Chicago. I did end up going. I was
Chicago.
with Seth and his friend Austin.
Right, that was with Seth.
It
That must
was
have been
it
fun.
was it was lame. I
Well,
mean,
hanging out with Seth, I'm sure was fun, but
no,
I'm
no,
guessing Complex Con was.
meeting all the people. Like I met Fomer Simpson. I met like a whole bunch. I met AJ from Tie 87 Kicks. Like all those like cronies and stuff. So that was cool. But like the actual event itself was underwhelming, and it probably had something to do with the fact that when it's in Long Beach, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, bigger names don't have to travel that far.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean,
I mean,
Chicago is Chicago too, though. That's kind of weird.
it's yeah, it's I mean, it's still a big city, but it's still a good 3 hour flight, and even
Right,
if people are like driving, it's like a good day and a half almost. But
right.
I mean, like Puma was there, Chinatown Market was there. I mean, they had good vendors and stuff like that, but just not the powerhouses that everyone expected to see, especially after Long Beach was just, I don't want to say better, but just they had more stuff, I guess.
I feel you. Okay, so in the chat, shout out to Jason. He donated 4.99. It looks like looking HD as fuck. That's cool. And then also
I don't, it's
Slayer and
not
Sam,
on the chat for me. Hold on.
Shiba Dog and Samurai Armor waving a banner saying number one. Interesting. Interesting,
Hmm.
interesting, interesting. Yeah, can you see all of this stuff in your chat as well? Sorry, we're like I said,
No,
guys, we're
I
new at
can't.
this.
Under mine,
Oh,
it just says chats will appear when live.
oh, okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. Well, if I see any questions and anything come our way, then I'll let you know, man. But
Cool.
yeah, where's Kuma? Kuma, you want to say hi?
Yeah, how's her
Come on.
tail?
Kuma's tail is doing better. Come on, up, buddy. Up.
Oh wait, is
Boom.
Kuma
Yeah.
Kuma
So
he or she
Kuma is a boy. Yeah.
have his
Yeah.
tail?
His tail
It
is
grown
looking
back.
pretty good. Sorry, Kuma. I know you're.
Nice.
Yeah. Look, it's growing back in pretty good. So he's doing
He's
better.
just- he's probably like, why are you showing my buns to the
Yeah.
entire?
No. You, what's cool is you've actually met all of the dogs and stuff before too when you came down. Ugh. Okay. Bye, Kuma. Go down. Careful.
Is the audio okay on my end or for me? Because I'm not using like phones or
Dude,
anything.
I don't know, but the chat is very happy that we have this collaboration thing going on. Everybody's really
Cool.
confused though. Yeah, they're like, "Oh shoot, it's my two favorite YouTubers." They're saying,
I want to actually. I have my phone leaning against my laptop, so I'm going to see if I can
"Dude,
just put.
no way! Literally, if my computer, that's the exact same setup as this. Look at this. I will split my camera right now and show you that this is exactly what I'm seeing. This is leaning on my computer right now." Great minds think alike, my friend.
Right?
That's funny. Yeah, no, we're chilling. I mean, yeah, quality they said sounds good in the chat. That looks dope. But yeah, it looks like a lot of the people watching right now are all sub to your channel, dude. They're very stoked to see you on here. They're busting
Cool.
out a lot of the pals in the chat.
Oh,
How's the YouTube video creation and stuff been? Good?
it's been okay. I mean, I could be doing more work, but I'm famously lazy. So
The boxes and
um,
stuff have been coming in pretty good though, still for you, right? It looks like you're still keeping up.
the box videos are by far the best. For a minute when I was doing like those like review type things with the closer look things, like
Hmm.
those were doing pretty well.
Hmm.
Um, but I just haven't been able to hit anything lately. But I did hit. Um, I hit the ACG dunk lows.
Nice.
I have a pair of the laser orange dunk lows coming that I
Ooh.
definitely paid retail for, and I hit the crimson red, the Philly blunts, whatever highs from Uprise. So I have
Oh,
those
you've been
coming in
getting
too.
a lot of hits then recently. That's dope. Oh, dude, look,
Yeah, and
our homie over here is in the chat. Liu Kang's Closet donated a 199, saying keep up the good work. Bro, I didn't get to meet that guy. Did you get to meet him before?
no, he avoided me.
That's what I remember that too. At ComplexCon, we
He
were
was
supposed to
there.
link up, bro. What happened?
He was there. He
I
was at
know.
the same con that we were at, but he's too good to meet anyone.
Yeah, he's too cool for us, man. It's okay.
I'm just, that's
I
cool,
love that
dude.
guy. He's
Tag
got
me
some of
on
the
his.
greatest stuff.
How am I doing? I'm trying to go on my Twitter and save or share this thing.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, again, like I said, I'm not really sure how everything is going on right now. Like I see a lot of people in like what are they doing over here? They're trying to put in like emojis and stuff, but the emojis aren't going up. So they're still working on it, guys. Like, so if you guys didn't know too, the studios thing that me and Mitch are doing, this is in beta testing right now. So not everybody has this on like their YouTube channel and stuff. Like Google has to
Mm.
reach out to you and they have to say, hey, you want to try this out and stuff. So I figured, okay, I might as well. But it should be rolling out, I think, very soon. They said in October or something. But it's kind of cool, man. Like, cool because since we can't travel and stuff with all the COVID stuff going on, it's kind of dope to just link up over here and, get the audience and stuff involved. So I think that's a interesting concept.
I agree, and it's just like content creators, especially with everything you just said, like collaborations are. I mean, people want them. I mean, that's just all there is to it. I mean, whether it be stuff that like people that are on other gaming platforms that do that kind of stuff too, like people linking up and collaborating have been like super huge in high demand. It seems like, even
Mm-hmm.
though I don't know anything about any of that stuff, it's just I hear and I see people talking about it. Like,
No,
I'm
you're
like, yeah,
definitely right.
that's
It's
the thing.
some. What's weird is some channels relied on like collaborations and stuff too. Like them doing like the Billy on the Street kind of stuff, and now they can't do it because nobody's allowed to stream. You know
I,
what I mean?
I love that show so much.
I figured you would. That's why I gave you that example.
Uh,
Let's see, Nathan Crespo, thank you for the donation, bro. Watching your videos honestly give me joy. I appreciate that, Nathan. That's really
thank
nice
you.
to hear, bro. And then
Oh, this is so weird. I'm
can't.
seeing the live thing right here on my phone, and I have directly above it. It's
Oh,
us.
okay. So can you see it when you go to my
So
channel? You can see the chat.
I'm literally just keeping it open for the chat.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's what I do when I'm doing like Twitch stuff too.
Over to cover up the screen. Nope, the screen is too. This is weird.
Sorry, man. It's a learning experience. All right. And we got Epic Halo in the chat too. Thanks for the donation, bro. Let's manifest and hope good things are coming. I love Halo, bro. Epic Halo used to come through our stuff all the time. Do you know Epic Halo? He might be following your videos and stuff too. He's a good guy.
I don't.
Okay. Okay.
Someone's asking about a sneaker battle.
What do you think about those, dude?
Is that like what? I don't. Is it when like? Is it like battle bots but with shoes?
Battle bots with shoes. Yeah, we put them in a ring, just have like knives and stuff on our shoes, and just let them kind of like go at it.
I mean, I have all SB, so I mean, those things are tanks. They'd probably end up winning. I would
You probably
imagine.
would. My weak Jordan 1 will just get ripped up to shreds. I'm not really sure what the sneaker battle stuff is. I see a couple creators doing it.
I mean, I understand it. I think it's like I haven't watched any of them, but like I think it would only be really. I don't want to say interesting, but just kind of like worth it. And I know he got rid of all of his stuff, but seeing like Mayor and 2J's do one would be. Didn't they do one?
I'm not sure. Yeah, my problem is I don't watch too much YouTube, to be honest, bro. Like I keep viewing like pretty small. So I watch like your stuff or like my close friend stuff. And that's mainly like just to kind of like check in with everybody, say what's up. But in terms of like viewing stuff for sneakers, I'm dealing with sneakers and stuff all the time. So I just can't be watching like every single sneaker video. Yeah. So I saw those sneaker battles trending and I'm like, I can't do it.
Subway and watched sandwich artist videos. Like it's just like, oh, this is work. I don't.
Yeah, that's exactly a good point. That's a good point. What's funny is I used to work at a, so I really like that reference too.
That was my first job, dude.
Dude, really? Dude, we have so much in common that I didn't know.
Artists!
Yeah, that's exactly so. That wasn't my first job. I had one job before that where I worked in a cookie factory, bro. And I was 14 or 15, man. Legit cookie factory. And I started at 4 in the morning and I would work until like 1. And it was literally like assembly line where we had like cookies coming in through a conveyor belt and you had to like pack them in boxes and stuff and then like seal and then rotate around in an assembly line. It was ridiculous.
Was this in Hawaii or was this in Vegas?
It was on Kauai. Yeah, I was already in Kauai at that time. Yeah, it was really like it was a really like bust your butt kind of job. At one point I remember I had to wear like an actual like one of those back brace belts because of standing and like just being on your feet for so long was ridiculous. And I was only 14. I was like, this is crazy. If this is what is, I don't want to do this. But then when I was 16, that's when I made the switch to Subway and I think I was there for like a year and a half or something. How long were you working there for?
Oh, like 3 years or something.
Oh,
I
yeah?
worked myself all the way to the top of the chain. I was the store manager, getting $7.25.
The manager positions were not worth
it. As a
it.
store manager.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I don't know. Okay, so I don't really want to talk smack about Subway, but when you see what's going on behind the scenes of a Subway, it's like kind of like I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, but
I mean, the bread had yoga mat in it. I mean, it was so. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I at Subway right before they started doing the bread options because it was just wheat or white when I was there. So as soon as they started fancy bread, I was like, peace.
Oh, I don't even remember that time. When I got in, they had oats and Italian cheese, I think. That was the other one. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, but it was just weird. Like the bread and stuff is made. It's just all frozen bread, and then they put it into like this baking thing. I'm like, okay.
They just looked like miniature nunchaku, something like that. Like it's just super weird.
You're right. This is funny too. I just realized we're talking about Subway and stuff while we're on like sneaker channel stuff. Completely irrelevant. That's life though, man.
And the even better thing is like the Quiznos little guy is in my videos.
The Quiznos guys. Oh yeah, you're right. That's true.
Floaty guy, Sponge Monkey. They got a pepper bar.
All right, so we got Colin in the chat too. He said, "You two guys are my favorite sneaker YouTubers." See, I get that all the time, man. That's what I really love about like our communities and stuff too. Is like whenever we do like collaborations or I bring you up in a video, people are always just like, "I love SBMitch, man. He's my favorite YouTuber." Sometimes I see the shout outs in your videos and stuff too. It's just a really like, nice community that we built up, I think.
$5 for that Subway's perfume. Okay, yeah, Eric, dude. Seriously, you walk a Subway, within 30 seconds, you smell like bread and onions the rest of your life. It's
The
the
rest
worst
of
thing
your
in the world. I know exactly what he's talking about when he says that.
the rest of your life, he says. That's funny.
Seriously, it's the worst. Like, I had to wear those like green Subway shirts,
Oh, those shirts
and
don't
because
get
I was
your.
so I was there 5 days a week. I had to make sure that I would walk around smelling like a club, and I'm just like, nope, I don't want to do this.
Dude, it really is true though. I remember that Subway uniform. It smelled like Subway, and you could not wash it out. That there, I don't know what smell that was coming from in there, but you could not get out. It was just stuck in there. It was disgusting.
Subway, the home of sneakerheads. Thought on Union 4s. I saw your video, but why don't you let everyone know what your thoughts on Union 4s are?
Oh, if somebody didn't watch the video that I posted yesterday, I talked about the Jordan reunions, and before when I saw the concept pictures or like the first release pictures, the low tongue, I was not
Yeah.
feeling it because it just looked awkward. What I like about like, sneakers and stuff is, well, I think YouTube too. Like for the SBs and stuff, they have the fat tongues. So same thing with the Jordan 4s. I really like that like big tongue look. So when I first saw the pictures, I wasn't feeling it, and then when they came out with the you can pull off the stitching or whatever, or rip off the
Yeah.
stitching and it pops up. I was like, this thing is dope. What's funny is people were flaming me in the comments for it because they're like, oh, such a hype beast, you're switching just because of this. And I'm like, that really changes the dynamic of a shoe quite a bit, though, you know? Holy F?
Oh,
Josh SB? Who is this man?
Josh Dua. Do you know
Yo, I
Josh SB?
love you. No cap. I love you too,
Josh,
Josh.
Josh, Josh. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, he took your name, though. Josh SB.
No, did not take my
SB
name.
Mitch? SB
You
Mitch?
want to know what's funny? Have I ever told you how I got the moniker SBMitch?
No, I don't know if I heard this story.
Okay, so when I was working at the coffee shop in Cleveland, there was a secondhand store right across the street called, I think it was called Avalanche Exchange in Coventry. Anyone from Cleveland Heights, shout out. So anytime they'd get any kind of Nike SB model, whether it be a Blazer or a Dunk or anything, and they would call the coffee shop and say, "Hey, tell SB Mitch that there's something here for him." So I just kind of took it that way.
Whoa, dude, that's a cool
Oh,
like
what
that.
up? What up?
Cleveland
Yeah, so it was
Heights.
really weird. So honestly, I owe my namesake, my internet namesake, to Matthew, the old manager at the Subway or at the Subway. So you got Subway on the brain now.
It's still
At the
got
old
it, man. It's
Avalanche.
stuck. You're stuck in it. That's funny. No, like the greatest names usually come from like weird places. Hold on. I got a good example for that. But this Josh SB guy, man, I just really got to say thank you. That is like ridiculous. I've never
Super.
seen like donations that crazy before. That's wild. And then all here we have Samdri Saha, I guess. I'm not sure. Sorry if I can pronounce your name correctly. Thank you for
Some
that.
read maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Some read sounds closer. You got it right. Thank you for that donation, bro.
Falls is asking from Scarborough, home where you grew up. I grew up in Chardon, Ohio.
Chardon, Ohio. How far away is that from places that people know?
It's in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I bleed you, dude. Nice. You know I bleed red and gold, right?
Oh, of course. He's been on the channel or
Yeah.
like watching us for like 3, 4 years, I think already.
He's
What did he say?
sergeant.
Pair character punching the air with fist and bump written on his knuckles. Thank you for the love, bro. You. Oh, by the way, what I remember about I Bleed Red and Gold, he was actually in a video, like I think in my first or second year of doing YouTube, because he was one of the guys that found like my PO box, like way, way back in the day, and he ended up sending like a bunch of different stuff over. Oh, wait,
He
this is
said,
actually from him, Stim. I think this is from him. He sent me like a knife, and he sent me like a whole
yeah,
bunch
I
of
remember
things.
that.
Yeah, yeah, dude, he's a really good guy, really cool. I was kind of sad because they were making videos before him and his son, and then they stopped making videos. They just got busy, I think. So yeah.
Hey, Sergeant Bleed Red and Gold, I believe, did a video where he ate like some kind of like mega hot bowl of noodles or something. Best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That was trending for a while. That was trending for a while. It's funny because those are the videos that I'm more likely to watch on YouTube than I am to watch
Oh,
like
for
sneaker videos.
dude, the only things I binge and like, I mean, they're old as hell. So
Hmm.
there's a video gaming channel through the website polygon.com.
Polygon,
There's
I know
these two
Polygon.
dudes that do this podcast I love called My Brother and Me. It's uh, Justin McElroy and Griffin McElroy. They do a series called Monster Factory, where they do character creators, but they make them the most just abysmal looking things in the entire world. It's the funniest videos I've ever seen in my
Hmm.
entire life.
See, those weird sections of YouTube are always the ones that get you. Oh man,
Time
dude,
Reed, thank you.
love from
Sean,
India,
thank
bro.
you.
Idea Hype Beast Mitch parody series. He kind of does that already, though, Sean. Like at the start of
Yeah,
his
I've been
videos.
slacking on the skits and whatnot.
It's kind of hard to maintain creativity though when we got like
Well,
nothing to
it's
go off of.
only so much to make fun of these people for, you know?
Hmm. That's true. That's true. Everybody understands your take already, though, on that hype beast world. I think that's why
Yeah.
a lot of people mess with you. You keep it real, dude. You keep it real. That's why it's important.
I try to.
Hmm.
There's so many people that recognize and watch both of our channels here. This is awesome.
I know that's why, and that's what the thing is too. Is like a lot of people don't realize like when you do comment and stuff on people's videos, the most likely if the YouTuber pays attention to their audience like they say they do, they'll
Yeah.
recognize your name if you're commenting every video. Unless they're like PewDiePie level or something, where they got like a billion comments, then it's very tough. But for the
Yeah.
most part, yeah, we pay attention.
Sean is asking, how wide has it been for SBMitch to see clearance SBs going for 1,000 resell? I mean, what I wanted to hear your thoughts on actually is how SBs are like vamped up right now. What do you think the next trend sneakers is going to be?
The next trend in sneakers, like with the same level of hype, you're not gonna like my answer for this, man. So if we're talking like what's gonna be like the next blow up of a or like a retro shoe, like talking about cyclical like style and stuff, honestly, I think that the next big one that we're gonna see is OG Yeezys coming back.
Oh, I completely agree.
Hmm. I think
I
that's the next
I,
biggest one.
I think it's like 1A, 1B is OG Yeezys and runners.
Oh, that interesting one too, like Ultra Boost and
Like
stuff coming back too.
I think like the cursor to that was like the success of the Sakai waffles and stuff like that. I don't
Mm.
think it's going to be a point where it was like Flyknit trainers and Flyknit racers were doing so well, or like Roshi's. I think it's going to be going towards a mixture of runners and Yeezys together almost, I guess.
That would make sense. No, yeah, that'd be right around the same time frame. But the problem with the Yeezys ones is Yeezy only came out in like 2015 or 2014, right? It was recent.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like mid 2020s is when it'll pop off like this again. Because right now Yeezys are still obtainable. They're like over retail pricing, like how SBs were, but they're not like popping off like they used to. But I can definitely see them just skyrocketing and like hype and stuff down the road, and then these things like these blue tints or the common ones and stuff, they're just gonna be going for like ridiculous money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
but I wanted to get your thoughts on this, my friend. So you saw Kanye's tweet storm yesterday?
I did not. I actually have Kanye muted on Twitter.
That sounds like an SBMitch thing to do. But anyway, so he had a tweet storm, and he basically showcased all of his new projects and stuff, and he like put out color palettes and stuff, and I was just thinking of you the whole
Oh, I've
time.
seen it was like those like a bunch of circular pairs that were in like a big like warehouse type
Yes,
area, right?
yes, and
Yeah, I
they
did
look
see a
like
couple.
brown to light brown.
Yeah, this one's tan. This one is kind of tan.
Yes,
There were a couple
exactly.
cool ones in there. There was like I think I saw a pair of like wave runners that had some kind of like really wild color variation on it, which is
Yellow. I
cool.
think it was like a highlighter yellow
Yeah,
kind of look. That one was
I mean, I
interesting.
put yellow on anything, and I'll be like, ooh,
Same. But that one is like, even then, I'm not sure if I could like rock. I think right now, dude, honestly, I have zero pairs of Yeezys in my household, even. Like, I just don't even like keep the 350s inside like stock and stuff anymore. I'm just completely like withdrawn from it because every time I see a new Yeezy drop or I do like the buyer's guide series and stuff, I talk about the shoe, and then when I look at the shoe, I'm like, I swear I just talked about this last week or last month, because they look
I
all the
actually
same.
have all my inventory and stuff like up on shelving,
Yeah.
but I have all my Adidas tucked away in the corner of shame.
Because you don't want to look at it. Get in
I don't
there.
want to look at it. Got that
Got Harry Potter underneath the stairs over there, bro. Dude,
basically.
we have the same thing, the same shelves and stuff too. Look at that,
Mhm.
same shelving.
Are those the IKEA Omar shelves?
Not IKEA. I'm not. I think I don't know where these are from. Target or something.
It's
But they're
about
good
the same.
shelves. A good
It's like
shelf
Metro
for
shelf.
sure.
Those things are, dude, they're awesome and they're durable as heck.
I like them. I like them. I need more shelving, but my room is like not big enough. I've never done like an actual studio tour and stuff too. Maybe I should do that for my next
I was
video.
actually about doing that this morning because I'm like, oh, I need ideas for videos. Because
Hmm.
I did that like 2 weeks ago, and it's kind of a copy off you, the whole after the unboxing thing that you did. Like
Oh
people
yeah,
were
stop
really
doing that.
knowing like what the actual profit on boxes and stuff were, and I'm gonna start doing that more
You
often
should. You
because I
should.
had one of those like 2 weeks ago, and it was like really popular. I was like, oh, this is surprising. I guess people like to see like the whole accounting side of it.
Well, because you feel like, oh, well, actually, before I get into that, shout out to Sam Reed again, dude. This guy just keeps coming through.
Yeah.
He asked, "When do you plan on starting your own cook group, bro?" I'll get into cooks right after I talk to Mitch about this. But the accounting thing, like you're talking about, I think that's big because you hit the nail on the head when you're like talking in like tweets and stuff. How right now, like everybody named Connor and Kyle is just like investing in sneakers and stuff right now. You know, everybody's stuck at
Yo,
home.
welcome to
Dylan, yeah,
Dill.io.
that's the one, Dylan. Yeah, so I think they want to be like, how profitable are these mystery boxes and stuff? So that's why I think it's really important or really big right now. But I do agree that it's a very good thing to see, like that accounting side.
It really is. It's interesting. I mean, even just like other aspect of the whole sneaker market right now, like someone in the chat just said bots run the sneaker game. I mean, you're not wrong.
And those cook groups, like Sam Reed was talking about, like I'm not gonna start mine. I don't. Cook groups are like, I don't know how I feel about them. It's just one of the ththings that I have one that I'm a part of, but I don't really use it
Yeah,
per se.
same.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh,
just,
I use mine all the time though. But
oh,
it's,
you
I
do?
mean, I don't bots. I'm in Familia Links. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
saw Jaheim Rod in here.
Mm.
But it's like different because it's a bunch of grown-ups. Like I really don't think there's anyone under the age of like 20 in there, to be honest with you. So it's all a bunch of grown-ups,
Oh,
and they go after like everything retail. I only stick to sneakers just because I stick with what I know.
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And Familia, what up, sailboat?
Oh, there you go. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, uh, well, actually, look at all these shout outs and stuff that we're getting. We got love from the Philippines and stuff. Sneaker game business. Yeah, yeah,
Of
yeah.
my toy pals.
Hmm. Also, if you guys, by the way, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to SBMitch over here. I know a lot of people are coming through from both sides, but if you guys aren't subscribed to either channel, subscribe button. Yeah, look at that beautiful
You
face.
regret. No, you will regret it.
No, of course not. I don't think so. The whole thing right now
Kick
is I like
off.
watching original content and like content that's fun, and that's very far and few between right now. It seems like some like, I watch SB Mitch because he keeps it funny. There's not too much comedy, dude. That's one thing that I would say that wants to start like a YouTube channel or even like a TikTok or something. Like if you go on the route of like comedy for sneakers and stuff right now, I think people will actually really dig it, and it could be a channel like for anybody that wants to get involved in that. Because there's so much things to make fun of, like you were doing in your skits and stuff. Hmm.
Yeah, there was. I mean,
Hmm.
I have. There's so much more to make fun of too, and I don't know why I'm not doing it as much as I was. Probably just pure laziness, but I
No.
will say that living in Philly,
Hmm.
that apartment I was in was a perfect setup to have like a fake store.
A fake
When
store.
I was doing like that shopping online thing, like making fun of like eBay buyers where they're doing like, sorry, my kid bought these, I need a refund type things.
Oh, those videos.
It's
That's right.
yeah, this
I remember that.
like row house type thingy. So it was like not very long but super tall.
Dude, and just what's funny, man? Like I was just thinking about this the other day. Is like, so I did the reaction on my first video, right? I remember like watching your first videos. You were in your attic at one point, weren't you?
Yeah, in Portland, I was in the Portland attic.
It was the attic. That's right. That was where you first started, bro, in the attic. Come a long way.
The attic was the worst because it was so hot, and it was
Mm,
top floor of a three it was a 6 unit like building type thing, but there was no insulation or anything.
sounds
And it
horrible.
was Portland, so in the middle of the summer when it's like I mean, I saw Corey in here. She knows what it's like in the middle of summer in Portland. Portland has 2 seasons. It's raining for 9 months and then a desert for like 3 months. It's awful.
Interesting.
And I'm
How
like, I'm
how
gonna go to
how
film
desert though, like in terms of temperature? What are you
like
talking about?
90 plus for
Oh, okay, it's bad then.
great. Yeah, it's real bad.
Yeah.
What
Like
up, Philly? Marloy?
I kind of feel you on that too. Like for Hawaii, it's been getting hot. Like our temperatures don't get to 90, but the humidity makes it feel like it's like high 90s or even 100 sometimes. So it gets bad. And then for me, like I'm kind of in that same situation now. Like this actual like video thing, it gets stupid hot, like really, really hot, really, really fast. And this is the only room that doesn't have AC in it. So I need to film at like
Then
6 in the
why is your
morning.
fan not on, dude?
Oh no, this doesn't. It's too loud. It's too loud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so
You
loud.
just
So I
turn the
had it on
fan on and all of a
before.
sudden, ah! Turn it off.
No, it's really like loud and like clicky. I
You
tried
tell
fixing
your
it, it doesn't
fiance,
work.
hey, I think the fan is sentient.
Well, that's why I tried putting fans in here, and then it just killed me when I was in post, like editing videos. I could just hear like this little like buzzing sound because it's just from the fan, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm just gonna wake up early, make sure it's cooler, film the videos that I can, and then get out of this room as
Oh,
fast as I can. Yeah,
oh. Hi,
yeah,
Dylan.
it's
Hi,
stuff
hi,
we do.
Devin.
Oh, you know Devin
You know,
too. I know Devin. Recognize
Devin's
Devin.
old school.
What's up with the volcanoes in Hawaii? We only got one active volcano, and that's on Big Island, I think. Everything else is not active, I think, right now. They might be undersea volcanoes. That's about it. Yeah.
Alex, I had no idea you were from Bend.
A
That's
lot of
cool.
Oregon homies. Yeah. Where would you say the most like concentrated area of your viewers is? West Coast, or are they more like where you are now, or are they all from Hawaii?
Hmm. I don't know, honestly.
Hmm.
Because if there's a way to like look up analytics of like locations of people that are watching you, I have how to do it.
Uh,
But
uh.
I would guess probably. I mean, there's a lot of Chicago dudes and dudettes that watch, which is cool. Which is weird too because I make fun of the Chicago accent so often.
Oh,
Um,
we can kind of gauge it right now. Yo, everybody in the chat, where are you guys from right now? There you go. Oregon, West Coast, California, Florida, Cleveland, baby. We are from Wonderland, Malaysia.
actually,
What am I
it's
looking
my
at?
mouse pad.
Oh,
That's
nice,
Cleveland,
nice, dude. I like that. Minnesota,
Minnesota.
Cali,
Oh gosh, hi
Chicago,
fella,
a lot of Chicago, a lot of
Sean.
Texas, Hawaii, of
I've met
course.
Sean.
Wait, which Sean?
Sean Kelly.
You met them? Really? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen those
Yeah,
guys all
I
over.
dropped them off a pair of these
Right on, dude.
Toronto. Oh, I love Toronto so much.
I've never been. That's one place that I do want to
Oh,
visit.
Philly. I lived in Philly for a minute. Delaware, Texas. Oh, I don't know why. I'm like surprised that Bleed Red and Gold lives in Texas. I've sent him shoes for goodness sake.
Dude, what's really like depressing for me with this whole COVID thing too is like the reason why I partially left my job like that started this year was so that I could spend more time like trying to do like collaborations and like visit more places, right? So I wanted to go to like New York area and like the East Coast to check out sneaker shops and hang out with sneaker YouTubers and stuff on that side. And now I can't
Yeah,
do it, and I don't know when we're going to be able to do that, which is kind of depressing. I don't think we're opening back up until spring of next year.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I know it's not look
No.
good.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
I will say I don't really do many vlogs and stuff, so it hasn't really changed anything for me. I mean, I missed out on SneakerCon Cleveland, which is kind of a bummer. But I mean,
Mm.
well, quarantine has done wonders for my social anxiety and made it worse.
This made it worse. That's not good, man. That's not good. You guys haven't been going out at all then?
We can't. I mean, nothing's open, and it's too risky. Chicago's kind of a mess right now. I'm
That's
not
what
gonna
I was
lie.
gonna ask is okay, so what level
I
of
mean,
lockdown are you guys
I,
on?
I basically have a mullet now because I can't get my hair cut.
Mm. So what
This
level
is
of
not
lockdown are you guys on? Is everything like everything closed?
mostly. I wouldn't even know what level and stuff like that, but
Okay.
not very. I mean, a lot of stuff like opened up and 2 weeks later closed back up. So
I see.
it is.
Hawaii just recently like is backtracking because our cases spiked up basically to like normal. Everything was normal for a little bit. Cases spiked, so they're closing things down again. And the things that they're closing down first, which is ridiculous opinion, is they're closing down the beaches, hiking trails, and parks and stuff. Where for
That's
people
like
with
all
social,
Hawaii is,
yeah,
basically.
exactly, dude, exactly. It's like, what the heck are you guys doing? But okay, so they closed down all of that, but the gyms are still open. It,
Okay.
exactly. Like what? Like
At
what?
least outside, you have a big open area to breathe air and whatnot.
I know. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like you can't, you can't tell people don't go to the beach. That's just asking for like trouble. You can't do that. So it's been really ridiculous, and I'm just hoping that like things kind of like settle down. Thankfully, we're not where like we can kind of control like the influx of people that come in, because you can't cross borders, right? Like in a car. So we can literally keep track of everybody's in and out because they're coming in by plane. So yeah, that I think thanks kept our cases low because our high level of cases is considered I think we just hit 200, which is probably like way low for your area.
Yeah,
What is your
way
guys'
south.
dailies?
I don't even know. I mean, for the state of Illinois, it's probably. I haven't even looked, but I know one day we had like 1,200.
See, that would freak
It was
everybody out here.
where Florida and Arizona are like at the top. I think Illinois is in the middle.
Mm-mm. Yeah, Hawaii's got to be at the bottom somewhere, like right there with Alaska or something. Gotta be making these. Yeah, I'm not sure the lawmakers and stuff are with this COVID stuff. It's just really all over the place. I wish we had like some baseline thing. I don't want to talk politics and stuff too much though. Yeah, I just wish that
I
things get
agree.
better. I just wish
I
things get
agree.
better.
I
Yeah,
agree. 100%.
yeah, that's the main thing.
Sneaker stores and sneaker con and hang out with all these folks.
Dude, Sneaker got really lucky with creating that app when they did. When you think about it, their whole business is out the
Used it?
window. I have I have taken a look at it, but it's not something that I like. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I've looked at it too. I mean, I've been a kick last like 3 weeks ago where I was looking for a pair of the high hair dunk lows,
Hmm.
which I eventually got. But I looked on there; they didn't have any. But the interface is kind of cool. It's pretty confusing. I will say that it's
Hmm.
something you have to get used to. But again, like you, I'm so used to Goat.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. I so my thing too, I thought the interface or the UI was pretty clean. The selection of shoes felt very limited.
Yeah,
I think it's because it's a startup still, so not too much going on over there. But overall, I don't know. I don't really feel comfortable with that one. It just feels like a weird app.
yeah. I
Just
mean,
like,
I would feel okay buying from them because like when I like visited and met with like the authenticators that SneakerCon uses, they're good. Like they're actually really really good.
oh really? You met with them and stuff?
The main dude who's always on their Instagram videos,
Uh-huh.
I forget his name. Really nice guy, and he's just like because I opened a beater box at a sneaker con here actually with Swayze,
Hmm.
and we took the top threes over there, and he like thoroughly looked through, like, even like here's why it's an authentic pair, and like showed me everything,
Oh,
and I
that's
was just
cool.
like, it was all stuff I knew, but it was just like, wow, this guy's on his stuff. This is awesome.
I really would like to like it would be cool to get like an authenticator from like StockX or Goat or anywhere, like any of the big places to just kind of like pick their brain on the process and stuff too. It's kind of
I have a worked at StockX, and I won't say his name or anything, but we've had many talks about it, and he has an opinion about working at StockX. I'll just leave it at that.
okay, so can you like kind of give me like a breakdown of what it looks like though? Do they have like a computer monitor on their side on the desk and then they just like type in like okay, Jordan 1 top 3 and then they get all the pictures and stuff of what they're supposed to look for?
He just described his work area as ant farm like.
What the heck does that mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Okay, we don't want to get this guy in trouble. But exactly why I wish I could like talk to some of these people because it must be like a weird work environment. But I don't know.
I know
Some
someone
people.
who works for the marketing department at Goat, and
Oh, okay.
she loves the company. They know what they're doing over there in terms of. I mean, they haven't had any like huge backups aside from like a while ago when their someone like robbed the
Warehouse.
the Secaucus warehouse,
Hmm.
and just everything with COVID, and they just the things they like kind of offset being backed up from COVID-19 is kind of impressive, I gotta say.
It does seem like they did not skip a beat. Like I know we hype up goat and stuff a lot, but it really feels like they didn't skip a beat. Unfortunately, like for me, I don't know why I from StockX a month ago. I know that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and I got stuff from Go that came in like a little, maybe like 2 weeks, which is a little bit over. I think usually it's about a week and a half for when we were like pre-COVID. So
Yeah,
2 weeks is not that bad.
I think I ordered a pair from Goat. I want to say 2 weeks ago, and it'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
not
So
too.
2 weeks is good. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know how they're doing it. Doing it pretty good, and it's important because I mean, like you were saying, that everybody's buying and selling shoes right now. So these sneaker apps need to like stay on top of it. I can't imagine what their number like. It must be crazy.
I would be guessing if I said anything, but
How's your
yeah,
shop been in terms of like sales and stuff like that? Has it been
lately pretty good. It's slowed down a lot, but a lot of stuff, a lot of the cheaper stuff is what goes on the website. Like I still sell primarily on Goat. It's like 85-15 Goat
okay?
website.
Would you
But
say that the website? Well, that website has to be absolutely necessary though for you. You know, like in terms of like wanting to be because you are a sneaker store. When I think of
mhm,
SB Mitch and stuff now, I think of you as like a sneaker store slash YouTuber. Like they're synonymous to me.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I use the channel basically as a marketing tool for the store. So
right, right. I always check in every now and then just to see how like your sales are going and if everything's going good. What biggest sale you've actually made on the web store, like through the web store?
through the web store,
Yeah.
let's see. Oh, duh. The off-white Chicago Jordan ones.
You
I got
sold those
that close
actually
to.
on the web store. Nice. Well,
Yep.
that okay. Let me try to guess the price. I know I saw that video where you unboxed it, but I can't remember the pricing you put for it. Was it like 20? It was over 2 grand, right?
It's just a little bit over, yeah.
I think it was like 21 or 22. You know what's funny is
20,
I was 22,
23, yeah.
23. I was very, very tempted to buy that one. I think it was like in a
Okay.
10 or 10.5 or 11, right?
10.5, yeah.
10 and a half. Yeah, see, exactly. I remember looking at it. I'm like, that's a really good price. That's a great sale, though.
The thing that just got me was there are a lot of people that like DM'd me on Instagram or Twitter, just absolute lowballing me. Like 2 days after I put them up, like if they had been sitting for a couple weeks, I would be like, all right, cool, yeah, sure, 2,200, that's fine. I'm like, no,
Mm-mm-mm.
don't. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird.
Like the people
I
that
got a
would,
lot of gripes.
it seemed like it. Shout out to Anchor Thakar. Love this stream. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're just having fun, chilling over here. Um, yeah, dude. I think the biggest sale that I've ever had on my web store too was only like 2,300 or something like that. About the same thing as you. It was for I think it was a Yeezy 2 Platinums at one point. We
Nice.
got yeah, it's just those when you make those sales in the web store, there's like just a really like crazy feeling you feel though, you know? Like, dang, that was huge. Different than if you sold something like crazy on Goat.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
it's also at the same like extra steps. Like when I sell anything over like $400, like I make sure that it has to be through USPS. It has to be fully insured. It has to, if it's a PayPal account, it has to be verified and confirmed. Like all this other stuff, just to be safe.
Right.
Because I don't know if did you switch over to Shopify or are you still on Squarespace?
I am still on Squarespace, I believe. You switched over?
Yeah, like no, I'm still on Squarespace.
Okay.
Like I have like I got once for someone on a pair of Yeezys because they used a card that was based in South Korea or something like that, but the shipping address was in Michigan or something.
Interesting.
I didn't look at the actual transaction to see that the CVC matched up with someone in South Korea. So they disputed and won immediately, obviously, because why? I mean, obviously they would. So it's just
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that kind of stuff. It's like for a pair of Yeezy breads, go figure. So
Yeah,
uh,
like for the big stuff, I always check like double check Stripe and check
yeah.
PayPal, like you said, to make sure billing and shipping match up and how many times. What the nice thing about Stripe, you use Stripe, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, the nice thing about Stripe is I love seeing like how many times somebody tried to purchase something, you know, and they got
Yep.
declined, and I look at it, I'm like 20 something attempts, huh? And then they got finally, I'm like, yeah, I'm canceling this one.
Oh, the card origin is Yugoslavia. That's not
Yeah,
even a
exactly.
country anymore. How could that be a card origin?
That's the
That's
funniest
what I
stuff.
did with. That's what I did with the Jaspers when I had them on the site. I put them on the site. I actually they're on the site and sold out. But I still have them because
Oh,
they're impossible to sell with everything being closed right now. But um, I put them up within 24 hours. There were over 45 attempts, fraudulent attempts from 3 different people. I'm just like, nope, sold out. I'm
wow,
not.
that's crazy. Hold on, let me try to
Yeah,
switch over my audio really fast. My earphones are done.
sure. Yeah, sale, but you gotta like really, really pay attention to that stuff.
You do, you do. It's one of those things that people don't realize. Like if you have your own sneaker store and stuff, it is very like scary at times, especially when you're doing like big sales like that. That's why I wanted to check Mitch on like his biggest sale because at that point you have to check everything. Because if you get screwed out of 2 grand, that's like you're not getting that back. And like these PayPal things, they can be very fickle. They always side with the buyer. I feel like,
Yep,
yeah,
big time, and that's why I actually like platforms like Goat and StockX, like because that way, I mean, you're still paying fees on them, but the fees are to avoid that kind of headache.
that's true, and that's why I hate eBay. I hate it. I know you got your thoughts on that. I saw that smile, bro. I saw that. There's the T.
I mean, eBay, as far as eBay goes, it is the in terms of exposure, you can't beat eBay because it's so big and it's been around for so long.
That's true.
But the whole bro, text me at this number, let's do this off of eBay. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. Sorry.
It's all the time, and it's just like
Yep.
every single time, like I see like these horror stories about like people buying shoes and then they get shipped like literally a shoebox with rocks in it, and then they don't get their refund. I'm like, what the heck is going on? How is this allowed?
Yep.
That's the weirdest thing for me. Like I get freaked out over that kind of stuff all the time. I sold on eBay. I was reminiscing, like in that reaction video, I was trying to figure out like how was I selling before? Because I don't remember selling shoes on like Goat or anything, and it was mainly through eBay. And then I remember the headaches afterwards, and I was like, yeah, I got out of there as soon as possible.
Oh my gosh, I just looked up at my feed and it looks like I'm on AOL dial up. That's terrible. Is the quality of my stream really bad, guys?
On my end, it does look like you're a little bit like glitchy, but your audio,
I
yeah,
I look like something on a Nintendo Entertainment System in this one.
I don't know how to fix that, man.
I'm just gonna move closer to my modem, honestly.
That might help. That might help. Shout out to Jimmy for the donation, bro. Love the channel. Very heaty. Oh, you watch the reaction video. Man, so cringe. That video was horrible. I was just making up words and calling shoes stuff that they're not supposed to be called. Classic, classic, Untitled. eBay has the best prices though.
Should be.
Right.
That's where I got the high hairs. I just bought. I got them on eBay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a commercial. Got them on eBay.
I'm not throwing hate at eBay. Like, it's a good resource. It's just,
Yeah,
it's a,
100%.
a very much a headache of a resource.
Pancake.
Stealing all the bandwidth, he says. Even Pancake looks like a Nintendo crazy blocky dog. We're playing
Oh, that's
Roblox.
so. I even moved closer to my modem and stuff.
I'm sure it'll kick
I
in.
have gigabit internet. This makes no sense.
Oh, there you go.
Tell
Oh shoot! So how long are you by yourself then for at the house? She coming home soon?
Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday. Oh man, you must be going crazy over there.
A lot of like stupid little like projects that I didn't want to do around when Bridget's here, just because there's like going to be like sandpaper stuff being thrown around.
Mm. Handy? Are you pretty handy with stuff? I feel like you are.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's where we differ. I'm very good like with technology kind of stuff, like troubleshooting, like tech,
Oh,
but in terms of like you were saying you had to install like a kitchen faucet or something,
drains. Yep.
dude, there's no way I'd be able to figure out how to do that. No way.
Aw, you're pretty.
Mari gets mad at me all the time, bro. She's like, "Why can't you be a manly man and figure out how to do this shit?" And I'm like, I just don't know. It never came up. I've never had to learn. So
I mean, honestly, the only reason I know how to do any of this stuff is I think it's just from like taking it apart and putting it back together again. Honestly.
see, I was never good like that with like my hands and stuff. I like mess with Legos as a kid, and that's like the extent of my like need to build and break down things.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm new age. I'm new age.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah, I mean,
that.
it does make me feel kind of like lame though when I can't like things per se. I have to call a handyman. Oh, it's good again, bitch. It looks like you're good again.
See, now I'm moving around. Oh, maybe if I do this. Wait, is that working?
Oh yeah, you look good.
Don't.
The angle that we get.
Peter box.
Oh, nice. Is that from Seoul?
Yeah, I have two of them.
Oh, right on. You got that. I love
11.25, and I think there's a 5.50 underneath it.
right on. Oh, dude, how'd that donation box go?
Good. I think all but 3 of the pairs have sold right now.
Yes.
And I got a couple donations just on the side from other people. So for those of you who don't know, I the box I did on Friday was $1.
Mm-hmm.
All the proceeds from that box are being donated to the Marsha P. Johnson Institute, which is a group of folks that help protect and defend the rights of Black trans people throughout most of the Midwest, but throughout the country. There's actually a really good episode of Drunk History, if you have Hulu, about Marsha P. Johnson and what she did with the Stonewall Massacres and stuff. So, yeah, there's 3 more pairs if you like S. I think. No, wait, there's a pair of Dub Zeros and a pair of hybrids and a Dunk Mid Pro SB still available. Significantly under market. So if anyone wants to buy them, proceeds are going to a good cause. And also, I haven't told anybody, but the people that buy pairs or that have donated are being entered into a raffle for a gift card on the website.
Good dude, you're too good. That's why I like your channel and stuff too, man. Like a lot of the people they'll come out in support of like certain things, when it's popular at the time, but after it like dies down around that support, they just stop giving out shout outs to like, causes and stuff that matter or things to like be done to like, move forward in humanity. But you're always on it. I remember we were talking when you were over here and stuff, you guys did a lot of like charity work, and you guys were talking about like donating time and volunteering and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Bridget, for a nonprofit at one point, right?
Bridget does a lot of nonprofit stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually going to law school right now, so she's dealing with.
Ask you is she going like are they doing virtual schooling and stuff?
It's all virtual, yeah. It's DePaul went remote for this semester. She did most of last semester online too.
I don't. Do you feel like you can get a quality education off of that? Exactly.
Kind of. I think the benefit of paying for an education, especially just anywhere, honestly, is also having the benefit of studying at the library or using their facilities or using, whatever you can. If you can't focus at home, you can go to the library, you can go to any kind of like student union area or something like that. But not having that available, but still paying the full tuition is kind of weird to me, but that's a different story for a different channel,
Yeah. Oh, I feel that stuff too. And it's just weird, like how I'm kind of like the thing I'm torn with too is like public schooling and stuff for like high schools and stuff. like reopening it back
Yeah.
up. I don't know how I feel. It's just all weird. Hawaii, I think, actually delayed their opening by like 2 weeks or something. Thankfully, Mark for the schoolings over there anymore. She's doing a different job, so she doesn't have to get in contact with all that.
Well, that's awesome, actually.
Hmm.
I haven't
I mean,
had Ron's kicks. I know Big Ron.
Big Ron's kid, right on.
Yeah, you know.
So, what shoe are you hunting for now, Mitch? What is the grail that you're looking for?
I mean, it took me forever to decide on hunting for the high hairs. Which have you seen those?
No, I have no idea what about the whole time you're talking about.
Hey, there, don't get run over. These.
Those are clean. How have I not heard about these? What's the story behind these?
Uh, hair on the back.
Is hair on the
These came out around, I think 2005 or 2006. It's Black Box SB.
Okay.
I want to say these released. They released to like tip its cap to like hair metal.
Hair.
But I think it also had something to do with like Bon Jovi's birthday or something like that too. So
What the heck?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna see it or if everyone's like you see the netting on it.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's
Like
interesting.
sometimes these are called Aquanet. I mean, it's around like a hairnet, but it's the same kind of material. I mean,
Oh,
it's just a simple, super clean. It reminds me of the Turbo Green Jordan 1s kind of a little bit.
thinking in terms of color. That's why I was like
Yeah.
kind of newer, but 2005 or whatever you said, 2006.
Yeah. It's definitely got some years on it. Ah!
Hmm. Not really sure what I've been like hunting for recently. I've been kind of like,
You said,
oh, dude, I wish we could get Seth on over here. We have to one day. Those are fire.
yeah, he'll be super down. I know it.
I,
Someone just bought the Sport Gray Dunk Mid Pro SB. Thank you, whoever that was. Cow.
nice. We only need to sell 2 more now, and then you guys are good. Can do
For sure. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
that is awesome.
But no, I completely agree. Seth I could just imagine that. Oh, I mean, nobody bought the Dunk Mid Pro SB, Corey. Sorry.
Mm-mm. Well, he just got married and stuff too, though. So yeah, I'm sure for a while. So that's why I didn't really want to bother him. And I was like, I can text him, but it's probably not.
I mean, he's such a good dude.
He really is. No, yeah,
With
he was super.
Seth Fowler, I feel like he should have like a cartoon version of himself, like riding a surfboard going along the bottom of his screen whenever he like starts.
Dude, it's so funny because every single person that I talk to, like, Seth's name always comes up in conversations when I'm talking to like other YouTubers and stuff, and everybody only has the nicest things to say about that boy.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, and it's so funny. It's like it's exactly like with you. Like what you see is what you get. Like he's not putting on a show for anything. I mean, you weren't either. Like I remember when I met you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, oh, I hope he's like nice to me and whatever because I'm a 36-year-old weirdo, and like exactly like I imagined you would act towards me. It was pretty awesome.
That's great.
And Seth, like, I mean, you know Seth's channel. He throws out dad jokes all the time, even though he's not a dad yet, or if he's ever going to be. But like, it's just like, oh, okay, so he's exactly like he is on his channel. Just a really funny, weird, kind of out there dude.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Pretty awesome.
Interesting, like diverse background too. Because was
Mm-hmm.
band?
Yeah, he was the singer of like an emo band or something like that.
Dude, that's the only out of character thing that I think about that guy. I would never would have pegged him for that.
I mean, it makes sense, especially now, like seeing like older pictures of him. Like when we were in DC for SneakerCon, we walked into a bar with all the Resjuvenator people, and he's like looking around like, and I'm like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" He's like, "I think my band played here," and I'm like, "What?" And it turns out that his band, when he was like 19 years old or something like that, played at this bar when it was a venue or something like that.
What?
And then he's like on his phone, he shows me his Facebook. He's like, "Look, bro, that's me on stage right there." And I'm like, What?
That's
So I don't know. It was,
so strange. I I'm gonna drill him with questions. If we ever get him onto like this little stream thing and we just hanging out and chatting, I want to ask about that band thing.
I
That
mean, if we get him on here, it's just be you and me hitting him back and forth with questions the whole time. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be like a police investigation, for goodness sake.
well, he has like a cool story. That's why too, because like he was an industrial designer or something in college,
Yeah.
and that's yeah. So it's like, how do you go from like an emo rock band singer guy or whatever to an industrial designer into YouTube? You know, like where does that transition? Very interesting story.
The even funnier thing is, like, did you know what he was doing in terms of industrial design?
It was for like kitchen or some appliance, weird appliance.
He
Right?
worked for BarkBox.
Wait, what? Barkbox?
Yeah, yeah. He was designing dog toys.
Barkbox is the mystery
I
box.
don't know if that. I don't know if that's what he was doing primarily. I think he worked for like Martha Stewart Kitchen too as well, but I know he was like one of the main people for BarkBox, which is just hilarious.
That's so strange. That's so strange. What the heck? I didn't know that.
Sam Reed. He's asking a question. He or they. I don't know if it's he or she name. What is your favorite dunk of the year? Go.
For me, oh wait, dunk of this year.
Dunk of the year. And that I'm assuming that is the umbrella of Dunk SB or just Dunk.
I mean, without a doubt, dude. Before these were hyped up as they were, I thought these were fire from last year. No?
No, I'm just super jealous you have a pair.
Oh,
That was like the one pair that I was pretty sore about not getting.
I had to pay resale for it, and thankfully I bought it early because I think they're going back up again. But it was like, I mean,
Yeah, they're going.
they're just too cool. And I remember we were talking, or like you were hyping these up last year too, like way before everybody got on the way. I was like, these things look freaking cool. So, I mean, I think wins.
So fun.
Huh?
It's just so fun. It's just a fun looking shoe, and that's like, oh, that's just what draws me in. I'm gonna grab mine. Hold on.
It's a he. Them read. Sorry, bro. Mitch didn't mean it like that.
I don't ever want to assume. Like,
No, yeah, yeah.
I just feel bad. Yeah,
Oh, that dropped this
I
year.
love. Yeah,
Why in my head did I think that was like old already? Like it dropped last year.
I mean, I think it was. Wait, was it this year? Then it's making me think. Oh, I can't use Siri right now.
This year by itself was feels like 5 years. So who knows?
Yeah, seriously. I want to say March. I could be wrong though.
I feel like I think you were hyping it up at the end of fall last year as one of the
I'm
favorites,
checking my.
and then you were saying, and then I think it actually released, or it might have released early this year. I know you're really high on those Atmos dunks too, the elephants.
March 14th, 2020.
Look at,
Yeah, the elephants are going to be my sneaker of the year. I can guarantee it already.
and that's supposed to drop in November, October, November.
Yeah, apparently November. Yeah,
Mm,
probably like the same amount of stock numbers as the Safari. It'll probably be a little bit harder to get, but
probably a lot.
it is what it is.
But those are definitely cool. I just when I was looking at the print on them though, they just look different than the regular.
Yeah,
It's like deeper grooves or something, right?
it looks like it's tighter. Like I don't know why. I don't know if that's like the final product. It could be just a sample. Um, all like the SB dudes I know that I've talked to said they haven't heard anything about it, so I don't really know.
Mm.
God, that was so pretentious. All the people in the industry that I know. Well, yeah, like it's probably a sample, so it probably won't be the final product. But if they do that, it won't bother me. You know what I mean? Like it's still the elephant print, which is just. I mean, the big draw for me on that pair is the jade swoosh. Like that color is untouchable to me.
Mm. I know that's one of your favorite pairs too. Is those Atmos? I have a pair myself, and they're just awesome.
Yep,
They're so good.
I wear so much that the paint's starting to crack on the midsole. So
That's my greatest fear is I don't want to wear it too much crack, and then I'm gonna have to spend like $1,000 to get a new pair. They just keep going up. So I wear it, but that's probably one of my most worn pairs to be honest. I think gotta be that.
What's your most worn one? So they're shadows. I'm gonna say shadows.
It is the shadows.
Yeah, money please. No, I'm joking.
But it's the reason because I wear those to the gym like every day.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So those ones, yeah, I wear a lot. But what was your other answer? Bread toast.
Yeah.
Bread toast was
You
a
haven't had bread?
yeah, yeah. They actually moved over to the front of the house now because I wear those often. And
Cool.
those two, it would probably be the pine greens because I tried to wear those every single time I was working at the stadium over here for basketball. Oh, one, of course.
Okay, I was gonna like not the twos, right?
No, 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 of course.
Okay.
I don't use it all. This is just weird. Honestly, just send an invite. Let's get them in, dude. We'd have to plan. Like, I don't be like, oh, you want to jump on a stream? You know, like you might be doing.
Who's Seth?
Yeah, yeah. I saw somebody comment down below.
They're probably he's probably driving back to Philly right now. I would imagine.
Mm-mm-mm. Somebody told you to shave down your beard. No, don't do it. Don't listen to him.
If I do, I'm just leaving the mustache. That's it.
Oh no, don't do that. Get rid.
And my channel will turn from a sneaker channel into an indie rock music review channel. Keep everyone entertained for a minute. I'm getting more water. Do you need anything?
No, I'm good. Thanks, bro.
All right, I'll be right back.
Later. Man, I freaking love Mitch. You guys gotta love Mitch. Go show love over there on his page, his latest video. Go to his latest video and just spam mustache emojis if there's a such thing. That'd be funny. How do we check? Oh, I see how much people we have actually in here now. That's cool. Yeah, so again, if you guys are just checking out the stream now and what's going on, we're just shooting the chill out because they have like this new thing called YouTube Studio or whatever where you can collaborate with other people on like this cool studio. I can like make the background different. I put shoes on there. I can take it off, but kind of like it with shoes on there. Looks cooler.
Oh, I see the background now. See, I see it in my phone, but I see it on the actual
Yeah, yeah.
site thing.
It's cool, and I think on this thing you can actually have up to 4 people at a time. 4 people. So
Oh wow, that's cool.
yeah, yeah. So hopefully we can get like a bunch of guys on and try things out. One of the projects I wanted to work on, which I was planning on doing this year when I had more time, but then COVID happened. One of the projects I wanted to work on was starting like a mini series or like kind of like a not really a documentary series, but a mini series called a mile in my shoes. I wanted to, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to get like people on and kind of just find out everybody's backstory on certain things. You know, like not necessarily only YouTubers and stuff, but I think like utilizing a platform to like get voices out to people that wouldn't necessarily have a place to voice their like story. I think that's a big thing. So mile in my shoes, I was gonna like just do like a mini doc thing, and I thought that would have been very very sick, and I really wanted to get you on for that too, which would have been cool. But it's gonna take longer.
Whenever you do it, I am done.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here?
It's hard coming up with like new series and stuff though, like trying to like visualize what you want to do and then actually put it into like planning. It's tough. It takes so much
work. There's also there's also the worry that you're not doing something that someone already did too. Like that's one thing with me. I know that's the one insecurity thing I have about when it comes to creating content is like, this is a good idea, and then be like, but has someone else done it? Because if you want to, like, if you do something and you're proud of it and it's really well done, and you go and see someone else that does it better, you're just like, oh.
No, man, I wouldn't. You know what? That's part of the reason why I try not to watch YouTube. So kind of like on the same page as you, I don't want to watch YouTube because I don't want to be like subliminally like content copying other people's stuff. So that I try to stay away because if I don't watch anything and then I do it accidentally, it's like I didn't know because I honestly just did not know. So, but at the same time, I'm like, what is originality? These days, like it's so hard. Everything's done in some form or another at this point. So you just got to kind of deep dive into it.
I agree. I mean, it's like you said earlier, well, even with me, like I said with the skits, like there's only so many things you can make fun of hype beasts for. No. And other people are like it's hard to have.
I think
very hard to have ideas.
There's some funny COVID stuff going on though now. Like you do like COVID hype beast stuff. The weirdest thing is the socially distanced sneaker lines for drops. You haven't seen those
Oh
pictures?
yeah, I have seen any kind of like making fun of videos, but I mean I've seen some of them. Yeah,
Yeah, that is
I
funny.
mean I'm
Literally,
not on any because
and it's just so long the line, and just people in math.
it's weird.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know. So weird, but that's the kind of stuff that I think is like topical right now in terms of like funny stuff. But I don't know. I really enjoy your skits. That's why I wouldn't mind honestly if you,
Thanks.
like if you became like a mini series was like 30-second videos of just skits. You know, those 30.
You know who's the absolute just king of doing those?
Who is that?
And I recently started Brad Hall. Oh my god, is hilarious.
Wait, you only started watching Brad Hall now?
Yeah, I
Oh,
had no idea who he was, and I found out he's actually an actor in Chicago because when I was doing improv, like people are like, "Oh yeah, I know him. His real name is Ben." They're like, "Yeah, Ben does this like sneaker stuff like you do," and I'm like, "Ben Cobold?" They're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, that's Brad Hall." Oh crap, you know what I mean? Like
the deadpan aspect was so funny. That's why the deadpan aspect. It's just I don't know why it works.
3-4 long, gets the point across. Hi, Brad Hall here. So good, so good.
So good. But even his video, like I think 4 to 6 minutes or something. It's like a shorter. But I think what the community is lacking is like because you know how like content consumption is. It's like people only watch like they want to watch things in short bursts. So I think that's why like if you did like 30-second like just skits and just posted that as a whole video, it works. Like so many like comedy people do that. Like for me, I watch Pro ZD. Pro ZD does like 10-second stuff on YouTube. It's just so funny. In 10 seconds, I watch it like I don't know if you heard of Pro ZD. He's like a big Korean guy.
No,
He's the anime and
nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Brad Hall actually is the GOAT. That's so hilarious. Who's copying the Kobe 5 Protros in a few weeks? Do you have any Kobe's anymore or no?
Just this one pair actually. I'm kind of sad. I got rid of my like galaxies and my invisibility sevens and stuff because I really like those, and now I can't get them anymore. But then this is the one I copped from Soul Supremacy that day.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, really like these a lot, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of them. But
Oh,
it was really sad, man. Like I'm getting like
I don't think so.
hmm. So I was actually visiting like Kauai, my home island. I
Mm.
was flying out that morning, and then when I landed over there, service was out obviously, and then service cut back in when we landed, and then when my lights started blowing up and stuff, and then everything just like you got all the reports and stuff. It was just like ridiculous. Like I was talking to my friends about it all the time, where like there's some weird points in your life where you just vividly remember like every aspect of where you are and how you feel and the
Yeah.
around you and stuff. Like it just hits you right. And there's certain aspects of like popular culture or like well just history remember vividly. It's like 9/11. Exactly I can
Yeah.
remember exactly where I was, what I was doing, and like how everything felt. That was huge. For some reason Michael Jackson, I don't know why, but I very vividly remember everything about that too. And then the other one is
Hmm.
now. Yeah, that's a weird one, but I mean it was pretty
You
significant.
cut out.
Oh, and then Kobe, of course.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
cut out like right Kobe, and I was like, wait, I don't remember if you said the Kobe thing.
No, yeah, yeah. So like I already know in my head like that's gonna just stick with me because it was such like a terror kind of thing, like so weird. And that felt like a long time ago, and that was only this year. That was months ago.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
February.
Time is like moving so weird right now. So strange.
You know, I mean, I have like what, like 10 years on you. I think
I'm,
time just goes faster the older you get. It's pretty weird.
it gets faster for real. I thought it gets
Oh
slower.
yeah, oh yeah. Once you hit 30, you're like you blink your eyes and you're 32, and you're just like, what am I doing?
Don't tell me that, man. I don't know if I ever disclosed my age on the channel before, so I'm not. I'm just gonna say that I'm 25.
Okay, so I have 13 years on you. I am a teenager older than Untied Hawaii.
No, I'm not 25, bro. I'm closer to age than I'm like I'm like
Okay.
I'm literally 29, but people think that I'm like 22.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I'm almost 40 and people think I'm like 28.
that's what
I mean, it's cool. I dig it.
dude. I remember when I first met you, like when you flew down over here. I think we were talking about your age, and then you were like, "No, I'm like this age." And I'm like, "What? Are you weird?" That
Stop trolling me.
yeah, that was a troll. And then the other one that I thought was confusing was when you told me you were vegan. I was like, "No, you're not. You look like
Mm-hmm.
you're if I've ever seen one." And nope. When's the last time you ate meat?
Does that include fish?
Yeah, sure. I guess. Yeah.
Okay, fish then 2014.
Oh, so only 6 years then. That's not that long ago.
Yeah, but meat 2006.
Oh, 14 years. Jeez, that's crazy. Well, and I can't remember what you were telling me when. What was the reason why you just stopped?
Well, Bridget's vegan too, so we would like eat dinners and eat meals and stuff. And
That's
then
what.
like when we wouldn't hang out, it'd be like, awesome, I'm gonna have mac and cheese, and I would have mac and cheese, and then just have a bad time the next day.
Mm,
So, so I'm like, yeah, just go all in. I was never really big on meat, anyways. I mean, I can't say I'm vegan. I have a vegan diet,
hmm.
but I wear stuff like that, so it's like
And so that means you don't
more.
do no like milk and stuff either, right?
Nope, no milk, no eggs, no cheese. There are some people that are strict about like honey and stuff like that. I mean, I'll have honey, especially if it's like local honey, because it helps with your allergies and stuff like that. But
Wait, honey is
yeah,
considered not vegan?
there's a gray area with that.
That's so.
I would say the people that say honey is they say because it's animal produced. First of all, bees are not animals; bees are insects.
Mm,
Um, Plus, I just think like not eating honey is not supporting bees, and bees need to be the bee industry. As weird as that sounds, it needs to be supported because the bees are disappearing, and we need to make sure that they stick around
yeah, it's on the
because bees are very helpful for the ecosystem that they live in.
right, right. Yeah, dude. That when you told me you were vegan when you visited over here, I was completely floored. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Hard like well for in just I guess my context it's just hard for me to visualize myself being vegan. That's why. I'm not a heavy eater. I just really like
you
fish.
have like the best fish that you can get,
That's why.
basically.
That's why. And so if anything, I would switch to being like a pescatarian. I think.
Yeah, that's what I was for a really long time.
Oh yeah,
I
from
think I was like full on vegetarian for a long time, and then in like 2014, I'm like, you know what? I really want a crab cake. So I had a crab cake, and then I was like, you know, I'm gonna have sushi, and so I kept on doing that. But
mm.
it's, fish is something that I do miss every once in a while. I will say that.
Really.
Also, also bacon. Fake bacon is disgusting. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. There's a lot of good like meat substitute stuff, which is basically cheating. It's basically like eating really like soppy flavored bread, which is just gross to think about.
Oh, how
But
have you tried on Beyond Meat then?
yeah, oh yeah,
Is it
millions of times.
good?
It's close. Like it's I think it's all I think it's pea based, PEA based.
Pea based. So it's made out of like that bean and like lentil and stuff.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's very very similar in terms of texture. If you get like the Beyond Burgers, like it's kind of creepy how like close it is to actual beef texture.
Yeah, like Jimmy over here in the chat is saying Beyond Meat is insane. I've heard a lot of good things about it,
Really,
but at the same time, I've heard a lot of like negative things about it. I'm one of those. I'm one of those like. I guess I'm considered a hype beast in the fact that when I listen to podcasts, I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, for better or worse.
mm.
And he was pretty anti Beyond Meat. So after like hearing like his take and like talking to like whoever he had a guest on, it was some doctor. They were saying like, yeah, there's a lot of processed stuff in there, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. So I'm kind of hesitant on that, but it looks cool. And I mean, I hope eventually like the world moves to a place where we can just kind of produce things that are healthy and like wouldn't need to do harm to animals and stuff. Be good.
I mean, the whole thing with Burger King using it is like,
That's a big deal.
yeah, it's a big deal because like it shows that there's a way to have sustainable stuff for fast food. Because I mean, I haven't had fast food in years, but I'm sure that there are people out there that I don't want to say rely on fast food, but if there's people like, especially essential workers right now that are risking their lives working at hospitals or working on the front lines as EMTs or anything like that. Like, if you need a quick meal, fast food is sometimes the way you have to go.
Uh,
And just to have that option for sustainability, I think is pretty clutch.
yeah, and honestly, when you were talking about like if fast food is essential, I honestly do feel like for certain peoples and for like certain areas, it's definitely essential. It's just too cheap. That's the thing,
Mhm.
right? It's affordable. It's affordable, and for better or worse, if you're in a bad situation financially, then go that route sometimes. Like some families have to do that because it's cheaper to order McDonald's than it is to like cook a meal, which is sad, and that's just you know, we are in the world right now, and that kind of sucks. But that's where we are. It's frustrating. I wish it was
A
cheap.
lot of Burger King slander in the chat.
Why is everybody mad at Burger King?
I agree with you. Burger King is kind of gross.
What did they do though? I haven't eaten it in forever, but I just don't know why. Is this a meme?
I don't know. I mean, is it because because the whole royalty thing?
What royalty thing?
King. It's a king.
I didn't think about that. Is that the thing? Do people really hate on?
Yeah, fast food. Yeah, Alex is definitely right. Fast food makes you feel like trash. It makes everyone feel like trash. Burger King is the worst. Wow. Is
But
Burger? I mean, I feel like Burger King worked so hard on having this like weird, like that big goofy, like big headed king thing
mhm.
as their marketing, and wow, people are not responsive to it.
Well,
Aw.
I'm wondering though if
I
they.
feel I feel shame every time I eat Burger King. Bondi, put that on a sticker and sell it, please.
I don't know. I'm not a big fast food guy either. Like sometimes I have to just because it's the like cheap thing that I can get or like the closest thing and it's convenient. But I remember vivid. I just don't like Burger King for some reason either. But not in the way like everybody's being a hater over here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think the closest thing to fast food that I can even have is Chipotle, and I haven't had Chipotle in months.
Wait, so you could if it was like an all veggie Chipotle.
Yeah, they have. I mean, you can do like the with the fajitas or anything, or you can do those sofritas,
What is this? So
which are
yeah.
not good.
Why? I fried or something?
It's just like little bits of tofu with like weird spices on them, and they are gross.
I don't know how we got on the topic of. We talked so much about like food today, man. We got on Subway, talking about Subway, and I'm talking about Burger King, vegan.
Yeah, mine is kind of, mine is becoming a chubby son of a bitch.
This is why I figured the stream would be fun, just because I know how our conversations and stuff go, and I was like, oh, it'd be fun to get other
They're
people involved in it too, because we have
super
funny conversation.
love it.
Go anywhere.
Um, what was I going to? Oh, I wanted to ask you, what have you been playing lately?
Oh, I forgot you're a video game guy too. So I've probably been playing it too much, but I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Warzone, just because for me it's fun, but at the same time it's also a social thing because I like forming up and
Yeah,
stuff, right? And we just have a lot of fun, and it's slow-ish pace game where you can kind of like chat at the same time of playing. So I thought that was good. But the other game that really really hooked me was Ghost of Tsushima. You need to play it.
I've heard really good things about it.
You need to play because that's your kind of game. I feel like you're more of the Fallout kind of guy and
Third person.
Red Dead.
Is there such a thing as vegan deep dish pizza in Chi-Town? I haven't had anything that would. I can't even imagine how they would do that
Wait,
because
oh, go ahead.
deep dish pizza is literally like an inch of mozzarella cheese,
I like
unless they did like with tofu or something like that. I don't know how they would be able to
like
do that.
mozzarella right there. You sounded like a real Italian. Mozzarella.
Mozzarella, bruschetta, pappe de buffi.
It sounded good. What are you playing right now, though?
Racist towards Italians. I apologize. Almond cheese. Yeah, you could do almond cheese. God, if they did like almond cheese or like an alternative cheese on a vegan deep dish pizza, it would probably cost like $35.
That's an expensive pizza.
So expensive. There's a place by me that does really good vegan pizza, and it's like thin. It's like $14. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that's the thing with having a vegan diet is like, yeah, they have substitutes for like other food, and it's always not like awesome. It's always it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's edible. You know what else is edible? Cardboard.
Guess so.
Basically anything.
Wait, Mitch, what are you playing right now? Then are you playing? What are you playing?
Right now,
Yeah.
well, so I've been going back in time, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
What did I just beat Darksiders 2.
Wow, that's really
which is very which is very similar to like God of War.
yeah.
And I just downloaded Darksiders, the first one. I'm gonna play through that. But before that, I played through the new Last of Us 2.
So how did you go? This is a very polarizing topic.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's the perfect game for me because there's a story involved with it, and like, is in terms of like gameplay, the things that they made, that they improved on, I think, like how you have to hold down the L1 button to like see like the shadows of people. Like in the first one, it was always like the silhouettes, so it was like an actual line of the person. But in the new one, it's just like an actual where they are, and it just makes it more. It's more immersive, I guess you could say.
I heard this very, very good, but I've heard that the gameplay is similar to the first one, and people were kind of upset. Like it was too similar. They said.
Yeah, it's very similar. A lot of people had a lot of gripes with the fact it goes in between two different stories and two different characters, which, I mean, I liked it. I mean, it's not as good as the first one. I don't think there's many games out there that can touch the very first Last of Us, but Last of Us 2 was very enjoyable to me.
Do you play?
And and I'm an Xbox guy too. Like, I see someone say Xbox. Oh, it's Vic. I play Xbox way more than PS4 and PlayStation in general.
Which one are you gonna get?
I don't know, honestly.
We'll see.
Probably the new Xbox first, and then I'll eventually get the PS5.
Xbox first, and then the PS5. Okay. I gotta get. I mean, I don't know. I haven't had an Xbox since like I was in high school, and I've just been sticking with PlayStation. So I'm just gonna stick with it. Like, what's funny is that before people were really like. I saw a good video. So some of the stuff that I do like to watch on YouTube is like Gus Johnson and his like little crew of people that he hangs out with. So I think it's
Okay.
I don't know if it was Danny Gonzalez or if it was somebody else, but somebody made a video talking about console wars, and they had really good points in that video where they were saying like before it was a very polarizing issue, like which one do you want to have more, like you have to be an Xbox guy and you can't be like both, and nowadays it's just like nobody really cares, because with it's just all preference.
If anything, it's console versus PC.
That's still kind of like a more. Yeah, I can see that. Now they're kind of like, I can see that. My friends tell me all the time that I need to get on PC, and I'm just like, I don't want it. I don't want to. Like, I grew up playing with like a controller in my hand, and I feel comfortable with that. Yeah. That's what feels like video.
I agree.
But to each their own. I don't know. I just really, even if I did get a PC, like I would just still want to play with a controller on the PC, so it doesn't really make sense.
Xbox. Oh, okay. This is good. He put Xbox 360 is better than PS3, and PS4 is better than Xbox One. I will say this. That's one of the top vids. Xbox 360 only because of Halo 2 and Halo 3. So many good memories playing those games online. That's when I was like actually playing online every once in a while. Woo!
Halo 2.
Halo 3 was fun.
That was the only reason why I got an Xbox was for Halo.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
That's crazy. Nowadays, I think it's like you can play it on anything, so it doesn't really matter anymore. It's good.
Yep.
It's very. What I've heard is that for Microsoft too, they never the Xbox was never really profitable for them. Like I think they did it more just to market themselves in that area to kind of expand like the name Microsoft. But I've heard like in their
Yeah.
department unprofitable like every single year, but they keep going with it.
I think the only profit that's made in the video game industry is off of software. So, I mean,
Right, because the box itself doesn't do anything, right? Like or the console itself. That's what I've heard. They eat a loss selling the console, and then yeah, like you said, the software. But the real money now is just not even from the software; it's from the in-game transactions, the microtransactions.
yeah.
Dude,
Mm,
so crazy how much money they make off of that.
yep. I mean, I can't imagine how much money Epic Games has made over the past 3 years.
Yeah, yeah, it's up too much money. And what people are saying in the chat right now is exactly right. They will have PS5s on StockX. No joke.
Yeah. I think they already didn't they already up because
Do they?
people thought they were going to release pre-orders. I don't remember. I mean,
How are you supposed to? You can't even. What does that mean though? You can't buy it on StockX. It's not going to come out for months. What's the point of having it on the app? That makes no sense. Okay, okay.
to make everyone that's planning on reselling it angry, I guess.
Yeah, that. I don't know. I feel like wish we had like just a app that was based around sneakers again. You know, like even Goat. I'm getting a little bit frustrated that they're doing a lot of like clothing stuff. Like I just wish they would just stick with the shoes. You know.
I mean, if I experienced any kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
This is great content. Standing here, not saying anything. I mean, I didn't notice any kind of like delay in anything that I was doing when Goat started doing that, so it doesn't bother me.
You,
I mean,
you like the new?
anything people, if anything, like people that like stuff having another outlet to try and buy Supreme things or whatever, like that's cool, I guess. Like I don't touch any of it. I mean,
Yeah. The new UI though is horrible for me. I hate it. I hate it to sort of like scroll, especially like for you if you're trying to find like inventory to buy or like steals. It's super hard to find steals because you just have to
I'll
scroll.
be honest, I don't usually look for steals on there at all.
Really?
Why? Yeah, I don't really why. Usually, I mean, the steals that I look for are always either in the Discord that I'm in
Mhm.
Familia, or on Twitter. Honestly, and like if it's through Twitter, it's through people that I like know. That's obviously, but
Mm. Oh,
ooh,
stream has been running for like a half, so we can probably end up here. I think Mari wants to go out and do something right now, but I did have one thing for you
cool.
in a Discord. What do you think about people? Because somebody mentioned it over here. What do you think about people selling those inflatable pools? You must have heard of it.
Yeah, I did. I did not partake in it myself because I don't want to deal with Facebook Marketplace or eBay.
So
I mean, it is what it. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, if you're okay with doing it, that's cool. I have issue with things like face masks, freezers, anything that would be considered necessary. If someone were to, and luckily in the group that I'm in, people frown on that too, and like even the mods will be like, "You're gone, like you cannot do that." So whereas there's not much integrity in reselling in general,
that's
having a little bit of integrity is a good thing, and I think that's kind of what I try to do anyway. But yeah, I don't.
perspective. And I mean, I feel like the same way. I feel like I would want to punch myself if I tried to capitalize off of kids having fun in the summer. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I can't do that, especially like even right now, like with just the climate that we're in and stuff too, where people are like struggling, like they're not working and they're not making money, and they can't take the kids to the pool. Like, don't sell them a pool for like markup of whatever percent. Like that's insane. Like I don't know. So
yep. I agree.
I really have been frustrated with that. Just looking at it, I laugh at it because I'm like, this is ridiculous, but this is also where we are in the world. That one.
I mean, if it's, I mean, it's probably not a huge issue like in places like, well, I'm sure it might be an issue, but like Florida or like even Hawaii, like you live by an ocean, like you can go outside and like if if it's an area that's open to you, or even if you're, in a situation where you have like a private entrance to a beach or whatever. But if you're in like Omaha, Nebraska, no offense, Swayze, and you're landlocked, like unless there's a pond in your backyard or something, like I don't know, I would
It's just
feel bad.
kind of like irritating though, just seeing like all of that. Like the mask ones really bother me too. Like when I saw that at the very
Yeah.
beginning, I was like, "This is ridiculous." People are really trying to like capital off a mask right now. That and the weights was also a confusing one. Like
Oh yeah, that's another one too.
yeah.
And I see in the Discord, like people will say like they'll show the messages that they get people about weights and like exercise equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I would feel bad, but then I see the messages they get, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, these people deserve a little bit more.
It's all weird. It's all strange times. But yeah, so I think I gotta go, bro. But it's been very, very fun, and we definitely gotta do this again. Thank you to everybody that
Yeah, I agree.
in the chat and just came out and just said what's up and stuff. It's really this was a fun experience for me. I love catching up with Mitch, and it's just cool to have everybody else involved over here. So we're gonna probably hopefully do this more often. Yeah, and then that way we can keep both of our social anxieties in check. Get some
Yeah.
talk to each other and not crazy in our houses.
I'm just glad I didn't have to talk to a Chihuahua dealing today,
Hey, I'm here for you, man. Whenever you want to talk, you can always give me yeah, thank you so much for coming through, Mitch. Again, if you guys are not
Yeah.
subscribed to Mitch or subscribed to myself, I guess go ahead and do that. Also, check out Mitch's website. Can you give him the website?
It is SBMitch.com.
Yep, SBMitch.com. He's still selling a couple SBs for very, very cheap, and all of the proceeds from those stuff, SBs and a couple other things, those sales that are listed over there, though, they are going to a good cause, which you talk about really quick again. What's the cause?
Yeah, they're going to the Marsha P. Johnson, which is a foundation that protects the rights of Black trans people, and they also work with a lot of like supporting the arts community within the Black trans community, and it's a lot of good stuff that's going on there. And so I'm happy to support a group of people that have been marginalized throughout history and still are today, which it's unfortunate, but still happens. So any support I give, and if you want to support too.
That's awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you again for coming on. But yes, adios, everybody. This is it for video. And Mitch, I will talk to you later. And yeah, let's do this again.
Thanks for having me, fella.
All right, later, guys. Shoots.
Ready? Shoot!
Yeah.